All right, today we're doing something a little different. We're not just looking at another social media star. We're actually going to break down a masterclass in modern business. This is the case study of Natalya Krasavina. You might know her as NataLee, and the strategy behind her, well, digital empire. So let's dive into the playbook. I mean, it's the million-dollar question, right? It's what every creator out there is asking. How do you actually go from just posting pictures to building a legitimate multi-million-dollar business? Well, as you're about to see, our subject today has some pretty clear answers. Okay, so let's start with a number. Just look at this, 6.8 million. And get this, that's just her Instagram following. This is really the tip of a very, very big and very well-structured pyramid. And it's our first clue to understanding the sheer size of this whole operation. So yeah, let's put a name to those numbers. We're talking about Natalya Krasavina. She spent almost a decade in this game, strategically evolving from a webcam performer into one of social media's most successful entrepreneurs. And here's the thing you've got to understand. This did not happen by accident. And that brings us right to the core of her strategy. You know that massive Instagram account we just talked about? Turns out it's really just the front door. Behind it is this incredibly sophisticated, multi-platform machine that's designed for one thing, converting followers into cold, hard revenue. So her Instagram, it's just this masterfully curated feed, luxury travel, high fashion, a little behind-the-scenes glamour. It creates this aspirational lifestyle that just hooks millions of followers. But, and this is key, it's intentionally designed to leave them wanting more. It is the absolute top of her marketing funnel. And this is where that funnel leads. It's actually brilliant. She operates a two-tier OnlyFans system. So you've got the free page, which acts as this massive lead generator, right? It offers uncensored content to build a huge audience and establish trust. Then you have the premium page. That's the final product. That's where she converts those free followers into paying subscribers who want that exclusive personal access. It's a classic freemium model, just executed perfectly. And you got to pay attention to the marketing language she uses here. For her free page, she's not just saying, here are some teasers. No, she's selling the idea of freedom and uncensored access. See how that frames the content? It makes it feel like a privilege, even when it's free. So that jump to a paid subscription feels totally natural, like the next logical step. And then, for the premium product, the framing gets even more sophisticated. She's not just selling adult content, she's selling intimacy. This whole diary concept completely reframes the transaction. It's not a purchase, it's a personal connection, a shared secret. I mean, come on, that is some next-level brand positioning. And you can see this strategy playing out across her entire digital ecosystem. Just look at the numbers here. Instagram is the giant net, right? Pulling everyone in. The free OnlyFans page has massive engagement. We're talking almost 800,000 likes. And then the premium page, while it looks smaller, that represents her core high-value customer base. This isn't just a girl with a few social media accounts. This is a diversified digital portfolio. But here's the deal. Building a following is only half the battle. To really, truly scale this thing, she needed something else. She needed a professional weapon, a partnership that could elevate her entire brand from just a solo act to a polished, professional enterprise. And that weapon was Maverin Studios. You can think of them as a launchpad for Russia's elite influencers. This wasn't just about getting better photos. Not at all. This was about gaining access to an entire professional infrastructure. I mean, this partnership with Maverin instantly gave her all these tangible benefits. Suddenly, her content had professional-grade production values. Bam! She gained this brand credibility that just separated her from the thousands of other amateur creators out there. But maybe most importantly, it gave her access to networks and high-profile clients she could never have reached on her own. Now, the source material we're looking at is pretty direct about another aspect of this partnership. Journalistic analysis and industry sources suggest that Maverin also helped position her in the high-end companionship market, which reportedly helps fund that extensive luxury travel and lifestyle you see all over her Instagram. Okay, so now that we kind of get the mechanics of her business today, let's hit rewind for a second. How did all of this even start? Her journey really provides some crucial context for her success. This timeline really puts her entire career into perspective. At 18, she started as a webcam performer, a really accessible entry point. But over the next 9 years, she made a series of incredibly calculated moves, which all culminated in the multi-million-dollar empire she runs today, at just 26 years old. This was not an overnight success. This was a nearly decade-long strategic climb to the top. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, her entire career can basically be distilled down into a clear, actionable playbook. And it's for any digital entrepreneur out there who's looking to build a brand that actually lasts. All right, let's break it down. Step 1, start where you are. She used what was available, webcamming to learn the market. 2, invest in quality. She partnered with Maverin to go from amateur to pro. 3, diversify your income. So important. She isn't reliant on a single platform. 4, know your worth. She commands a premium price because she's positioned at the high end. 5, create scarcity. She keeps her best stuff exclusive, behind a paywall, which makes it way more valuable. And 6, probably the most important point of all, play the long game. This stuff takes years. And look, ultimately, by following these principles with just incredible discipline, Natalya Krasavina has managed to do what very few people can. She's built a powerful, lasting brand in a market that is so oversaturated, where most creators just burn out or fade away. And that leaves us with one final thought, one last big question. Her model, it combines personal branding, these sophisticated marketing funnels, and really strategic partnerships. So is this blend of influencer culture and sharp business acumen, is this the new blueprint for entrepreneurship in the digital age? It's definitely a question worth thinking about.